What's up, guys? So I want to go over the four books that I've read. Well, okay, I've read a total of 21 books so far this year. Out of all of them, I have four books that I loved, like that really took the wind out of my sails, kind of thing. I think Christine by Stephen King is fantastic. It's super creepy. And I never would have said that originally because like a haunted car, like who cares? Like how is that scary? Like obviously you don't want to get run over by a car, but still. Another horror book I read this year was A Small Town Horror by Ronald Malfi. It was really creepy. It had a lot of Stephen King vibes, but in a more like less Stephen King way. It was just a very creepy book. It reminded me of like Haunting on Hill House, but like instead of like a house on a hill, it's on like this like sort of like Cape Cod kind of like town. The other book I read this year was The Mushroom Blues by Adrian M. Gibson. This was a really great book. The world building is exquisite. The world building feels like Dune. Like it's not the same as Dune, obviously. When you read Dune by Frank Herbert, there's an obvious like, yeah, Frank really cared about the world building. The plot is good. It's your standard like noir, good cop, bad cop kind of vibe, and this sort of like futuristic, but not futuristic city where there are your regular people and there's your other people who are mushroom people. So think of like basically Mushroom Kingdom, but like what if like Mario were like racist towards the Toad people? And this is a book I don't think enough people in the booktube, book talk, discourse talk about, and that is Visitors by Robert Lass. It gave me a lot of X-File vibes, despite the fact it's not really X-File like vibish. It's just a horror book with like an alien crashes in this sort of like Kansas state, like Missouri, like farming community that no one gives a shit about. But a bunch of these talented people have to like band together to stop these aliens from just being jerks. And when I mean by jerks, I mean like abducting them and like killing them in terrible ways. When it comes to books I'm currently reading right now, I just recently finished Soul Fraud by Andrew Givler. And now I'm reading The Lesser Devil by Christopher Verrocchio, which takes place after Empire of Silence, or like at least in between Empire of Silence. It's 1.5 of the 7 books. So yeah, there's our reading update, and yeah.